What is the difference in when you play good and when you lose points in big bunches the way you do? What's the difference in your play?
I think the difference is when we start off strong, we kind of build on from that, and our momentum gets stronger. And I think one of our things that we struggle with is when we lose a couple of points, we kind of keep going down from there. And one thing that we're trying to work on is just building from each point. And if we lose a point, we side out right away and we get through it. And I mean, I have a lot of confidence in our team, and I know that we can play pretty strong through anything.
How much of that is mentally, here we go, in the back of your mind, maybe thinking, here we go again, in terms of, dropping bunches, points and bunches?
Yeah, it's a big mental game, and I think one of the main things is learning from your mistakes, from one mistake from another, and once you make a point and that's lost, then you just let it go from your mind. You don't let it get to you. And I think if you have everyone on the court behind you and supporting you, you can get through it. And I think that's one of our things that we will be able to get stronger as the year goes on.
One thing that had been talked about building up to conference play was stacking this non-conference schedule. It was really tough, and hoping it would transition into conference play, and it didn't the first 2 games. Is there something you guys still need to work on, or hoping that you've progressed up to now?
Yeah, I think for volleyball-wise, we're focusing on defending the other side more with our defense. I mean, I've seen us play, and I know the other teammates have seen us play at a really high level and really well, so we know that we can really play anyone hard. It's just a matter of if we can do it all the time. I see us in certain sets play really well, and no one can stop us, and some other sets we're kind of down lower. And I think once we have the mentality that we can play anyone and at the highest level, then we can take on anyone.
The fact that there are so many freshmen on this team, is that a negative factor that's causing some of that doubt?
I don't think it's negative. I think with so many freshmen, it's a matter of the experience level. We don't have as much experience as other teams in our conference, so that does kind of lower us, but I don't think it's a negative effect at all. I mean, in the beginning, we kind of worked on playing together, and we haven't done that ever because we're all a lot of incoming freshmen. But now that we are connecting better and working well as a team, it's getting better.
What's the one thing that y'all can learn from this past weekend and really apply towards this coming week?
I think one of the things that we need to learn from this past weekend is playing as high as we can and having that mental strength that we can stay up and keep going. I think we got down on a few points and we kept getting lower from there, and that kind of just lowers our motivation or our positive mentality. And I think if we get down a couple of points, we all need to just relax and get through it and just side out right away. I think sometimes we get a little nervous or scared out there to make a mistake, and then we start getting lower from there.